Welcome to Collector's Mayhem, where everyone's welcome and anything goes. The topic for the night, guys, is I got thinking about this the other day because I got my ass beat regularly as a kid. What was the one toy you really wanted and your mom said no, but you still got around it and got it anyhow and fucking got in trouble for it? Anybody else have that happen?
I have to think about that for a second. Let somebody else go.
Well, I'll tell you mine. Mine was I wanted the Dungeons and Dragons figures, and that big squabble about everything about it being satanic and you shouldn't let your kids play with the toys and shit was going around. And I wanted them bad. My mom was like, "No, you can't have them. Those are bad. You don't have them." And about a week later, I traded off a bunch of shit and got some from a friend of mine, and she found them. Oh my God, I got my ass busted.
She
took them and burned them too.
Hey, what?
Took them and burned them.
Holy
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's really drastic.
Went to the extreme.
ritual figures they use.
She was wigging out over it.
I'm gonna talk about satanic. I'm about to go Devilman on this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm about to go full-blown, true form, bat wings, giant ass, and all sorts of giant shit you don't want to know about on this damn shelf. Because all the figures, they were nice little schoolboys first day, now they're going to all fall down. All fall down. If I wanted shit to fall down, I would have bought dominoes. I bought action figures because they're not freaking bland as shit like dominoes. Fucking alright.
Am I the only one that had this happen to him?
I've had that kind of experience, sir, so no.
Yeah, I can't recall anything like that.
This is going to be a short episode, kids. The rest, it's going to be like 20% possible stories like this. The other percent me cussing at these bastards because they need to fucking stand.
I don't really remember nothing like that. Basically, I didn't get it or I got it.
It's rare.
No, it's Briar Rabbit.
B-R-E-A-O or E-A-R. I think Briar Rabbit, so Briar Rabbit. After the incident with Briar Rabbit. Years don't.
You just had to deal with it.
It's fun. It doesn't hurt or anything. It just. Try it all. And the regret is that the overshot.
All right, new topic. Somebody got another topic?
How's about make a spray that automatically puts your figures on the shelf for you?
Well, yeah, talk to somebody else about that.
That's definitely a problem for collectors. You've got all your stuff set up and everything takes a tumble because one figure decides to fall.
Yep.
The figure has puny ass feet, piss poor balance, and a pre-pose.
I'll tell you what I put the last figure up, they all standing perfectly, and you sit down and you finish, and they fall over. I hate that.
I'll see you tomorrow when I get home.
Don't take a shower.
I already had a shower.
Well, Ember deliberately go shower, so I didn't even get the soup out of my hand.
That, or they gave him a freaking long neck and fingers, and you can't close the goddamn camera.
I hate companies that give you a figure and they give you a gun that goes with it and it doesn't fit. I hate that.
Oh, it doesn't matter if it's too big. I cram that bastard in there anyway. It's like that. I spent $20 on your ass. You're going in.
They give you something that just don't go with the figure at all.
Oh, you mean like a Build-A-Figure piece?
Yeah, like why that's wrong with that?
Let's just give them Build-A-Figure parts because we can't afford to make real accessories. Yeah!
Or let's give them all kinds of pre-molded accessories on the figure that don't come off.
I hate that too.
Or, I mean, what kills me is when you get some of the accessories or the weapons, they're like way out of scale. I mean,
Yeah.
the gun's like 10 times bigger than what it needs to be, or, you know, something like, really?
Like the gun I was trying to get in this damn lizard guy's hand, it needed to be probably like a little handheld pistol, giant oversized cannon with tubes and shit. Like, he don't need that.
Yeah.
He's a friggin' lizard man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like this gun. This gun right here came with like a G.I. Joe size figure.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
The weapon is bigger than the figure.
Yeah. Here's the figure. You know, here's the size of figure. There's the
Yeah.
gun.
it doesn't go. It doesn't go at all.
You know,
It kills me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They
Or
probably,
like you said, that you can't get them to fit in their hands.
Or you
Yeah.
or stuff like you might make a figure that is supposed to have a bow and arrow, and you can't use it.
Oh, I figured that was coming. I figured that was coming. I figured.
It burns me up. You give it all the articulation you're supposed to give it, but you can't use it. Why make the bow if you can't have at least one loose one?
I've had that before.
They make the hands. What I liked is they made the hands so they could hold an arrow.
Or you give it an arm that's longer than the figure of the arm. You can clearly see that.
Yeah.
You know, screw this.
I had a few like that.
In the sheath. Knife in the sheath.
Yeah.
Analysis has completed and been engaged.
When they
Now
get all up, I
0.93.
get nowhere to put them.
That or like lately I've been seeing these really nice vehicles. I posted their pictures on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
There's really good vehicles and stuff, but the figures suck.
Yeah. Bad paint apps. The figure face
Oh,
like
listen,
Videos, I did them for my own damn good because I wanted to see all the weapons that came with those goddamn things I got last year.
if you look at that one picture, man, you can see the guy's face is like it's totally setting on the left side of his face, his eyeballs and everything, and then the right side, nothing.
Ah, son of a bitch!
And that's something else I'll tell you, is the prices on the cheap stuff's going through the roof.
Yeah.
Like there was that building, and that building set would make a hell of a display. But
In there, I'm done.
see if I can find it here.
Shit. Ah, damn it. All I tried to do was give Spawn 3 his axe, and what did I have to do? I had to redo like half his frickin' shelf.
Yeah, anyhow, the picture, you can't see it in the picture, but the building's pretty cool. It would have made a really nice display, come with a lot of pieces and stuff. Like again, like I said, the figures kind of sucked. But that building, and there was like 6 figures. There was some barrels and stuff like that come with it. It was $3,000.
It was 3 what?
How much was it again?
And I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
How much was it?
It was $40.
$40.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah, it is kind of overpriced for them. They're supposed to be a cheapy store.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they carry more mainstream stuff now. They're not getting the closeouts and stuff they used to.
Like Marshall Classics. Fuckers.
I mean, even their Imaginext, you can ask Sean, their Imaginext, if you find a 2-pack, they're $7.99.
Yeah.
Or in Kmart. Yeah. That's
And then,
lovely.
you bought some
My Kmart's not expensive.
Yeah.
Well, my Kmart, they're like $7 maybe. I don't know how much a 2-pack's supposed to go for. Freaking Target.
Yeah, but like what really makes me think about that playset is there's nobody makes shit like that anymore.
No.
The only thing I can hope for is at Christmas time it'll come down, or I'll find them at Walmart cheaper or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, you're almost cheaper to go online and find something on eBay.
Because it's no way I love shopping and I fucking love Christmas.
Because I've seen stuff like Castle Grayskull, the original one, on eBay going for like $20, $30, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that money on that than spend it on this cheapy playset.
Yeah. And you really only want for one thing, probably maybe for a vehicle or weapons or something like that, and you don't want the rest of it.
Yeah.
You don't want
Like I said, the vehicles were really nice. They really were. There's even I didn't get a picture of it, but there's even like an F-15 plane.
Uh-huh.
It was wicked huge. It's like, I bet that thing was 2.5 feet long.
Yeah.
And then like the Jeep and the tank and stuff, those are pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
I think they're just not paying attention to what people want anymore.
No, they're just making stuff now. I think some things back in the day, people actually paid attention to what you wanted.
It's about the children. They're
What?
giving them shit.
Well, see, back in the day, okay, I live in Ohio, and in Cincinnati, Ohio is where Kenner and Hasbro's factories were. And once a year, now Kenner did it. I don't know if Hasbro ever did or not.
Probably not.
But Kenner would have what they had what they called a Kids Day. It'd be like August or so, and you would go down and they were showcasing all the new products that were coming out for Christmas. And you go there and there was different things you could do, like they had different little activities for you to do. And if you did all the activities, they give you this card and they punched holes in it. And at the end of the day, you take it over and they give you this bag and you get some free figures and stuff. It was really cool. I went. But that whole shebang was to find out what people thought of the new toys before they ever came out.
Yeah. No, this basically this.
When you were looking at the toy, designed it, and probably someone from the factory to put it together. And they'd ask you what you liked about it or whatever, you know.
I think it's more about the money thing than more than anything else. And now they only really making more popular from like a movie or a TV show. More movies than anything else. If that movie is not popular, you don't see that toy anymore on the shelf. like G.I. Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
But as soon as you make a popular movie, oh, and you want to make the figure, it's everywhere. And then they shove it down your throat, but they don't know what you really want or don't want. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like 20 years ago we had they'd come out with a toy line and make a cartoon about it and put it on TV to promote toys. Not that way anymore.
No, it's not.
No, unless there's a movie tied to it, you can buy it for you.
Why the fuck did
Or they actually wait until they found out whether a movie was popular or not to make the toys.
Mhm.
Oh, it's got that fucking mouse behind it, then it'll make all sorts of shit.
And sometimes he's not making good stuff either.
Well, yeah, because he's a filthy little money whore, but oh well. I have the freaking Cowboys and Moon Mesa song stuck in my head now, god damn it. I don't even like country music! Fuck!
Yeah, the 90s was the last decade of the cartoons and the toys, you know.
True.
Had to have at least Ben 10 status to receive a toy line. It's still fucking stuck in my head. Shit.
Well, I mean, look at SpongeBob, you know. It wasn't until after that show was real popular you started seeing stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, how long it took for it to start seeing stuff on the toy line?
Yeah, now it has its own Imaginext line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had those up somewhere. Spring Boob Squire Pin.
That's how I look at it. If a movie's not making big, mega money, they're not making a toy for it. Simple.
Megalo money. Do I need to bust out the Donna Summer up in this mofo, or do I need to bust out Donna Summer up in this mofo?
You can if you want to. Doesn't matter.
Oh, come on. I hate Goodwill.
You hate Goodwill. Oh, shocker.
No, Google.
Oh,
No.
well, that's another shocker. You
I know he's supposed
I
to
mean,
get
yeah, look now. I mean, if a movie's popular, it takes until the next year before they do anything like Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah, it took a
It
long
was
time.
almost the next year before they did anything for that movie.
And then what gets me sometimes, you make a figure, they don't have no other ideas. They give you more like the battle damage one, regular one. And it's the same figure. All you did is put extra paint on there, put little bit scratches on there, you know, change the hands around a little bit, and you're paying more money for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It's a very your ass.
I know, but
Yeah, I know too. It's just like it's a variant. Yeah, your ass. That's the whole thing.
It's like the Sandman. You got a regular Sandman, and you got one. He's all maybe Sandman, but it's the same mold.
You got the Sandman.
Yeah, it's not like
And you got
it's not like back in the day.
No, like
Well, let's say Spawn. You know, with Spawn, when you got a variant, it was more than just paint.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Have a new head. Yeah, they might have done a new head. They did something different with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of the variants are repaints, but a lot of them weren't.
Most of them.
And almost nothing comes with action features anymore.
No.
At least good ones, anyway.
Come with stuff you don't need.
Freaking
Yeah.
the terrible 3-inch figures for the Marvel movies.
Or you
Have you opened oh, I gotta think the name of it now.
Iron Man.
You opened up your new Commando figure, Larry, or are you gonna leave it in the box?
I don't know yet. I'm still debating. He's in the box for now. It's just, I don't know. The packaging on it looks so good, but I don't know. I may probably save the box and open it up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a hard one for me to not open because
Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
don't want to sound bad and get your hands on Arnold.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Get your
more than
hands
likely,
off of me, rat bastard.
I'll probably take it out, but just keep the box.
Yeah, I've got a few I've done that with.
Because I like the box.
Yeah.
Job on the packaging on it.
NECA does a really good job with their boxes.
Yeah, they do. They do good work. I like that.
Put 2 fingers in it all the time.
Well, especially with the newer figures. I mean, like the Predator 2-pack I got.
Yeah.
That was just a blister pack thing.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucked to look at, so. But like that 89 Batman I got from the video game, his box was really cool. It even looks like it's weathered and stuff.
Cool.
Just like my...
And then you got the other end of the spectrum, that Harley Quinn, her box sucked. That so plain Jane, I mean, it was just generic.
Right.
And then you got stuff like the Outer Spacemen, the boxes are just fantastic. You don't want to take them out.
Yeah. I left mine in.
I like stuff that good artwork on the box. If we got good artwork on the box, I try to be careful to open it because I do want to keep the box. The way sometimes they have some things closed, it's kind of difficult to open it without messing up a little bit.
NECA tends to, when they got the boxes, they really make it friendly so you can pull it out of the box.
That's cool.
And you can put it back in the box. But when you buy their stuff on blisters, you know, like Count's got the Iron Maiden figures, the Eddie from Iron Maiden. If you take them out of that, it's done. You gotta throw it away. Which I'd have to say, if I had them, mine would be out of the box.
Yeah. It's something that won't take out the box.
And there again, you gotta look at the figure value too. You know,
Yeah.
you can get stuff from NECA, or you can get stuff from bringing that all up again. You can get a cheaper version, or spend just a little bit more money and get something that's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Or like in Larry's case, they didn't make a lot of stuff for Commando.
Yeah.
If I remember right, I think all they made was that like 12-inch G.I. Joe doll type action figure. And I don't even think that was authorized. I think that was a bootleg company.
Yeah, I've got a no, because I've got like a 6-inch commando figure. That's sort of a bootleg. It's like one of those no-name companies who made it.
All like the guys that made like the Sun Gold He-Man figures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a matter of preference to, you know, whether you want to take your stuff out of the box or leave it in. I mean, I don't. Some things I'll do if it's I think if it's rare or hard to come by, I'll leave them in the box or the package. But you know, if it's pretty common, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff. You know, I found those Earthworm Jim figures,
Yeah.
and I ended up taking them out of the package because number one, they're not really sought after or anything, and the cards are kind of shit anyhow.
Right.
They came out of the package. But then, you know, I really like this new, and it's just the small companies that are doing it, man. Like the Outer Spacemen, you can take them out of their package,
Yeah.
you check it out, you put it back in the package.
Mm.
The Mecha Whale was made the same way. It comes out of the package, you can mess with it and stuff, and put it right back in the package.
That's cool.
You know, the independent companies are looking out for the collector in that aspect, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I mean, all the stuff for Four Horsemen, everything's made so it can come out of the package and go right back in.
And I guess too, if you're looking at figures or whatever as an investment, you might leave stuff in. But if you're just doing it just because you collect and you don't really care about the money as an investment, then you know you take things out.
Yeah, I'm a person who has to touch their toys.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean,
You have to.
I wouldn't even collect if I just left everything in the box or the package. I mean, that's.
I think we all have our exceptions. Like,
right.
most of my Hot Wheels are still in the package because they display nice that way.
Yeah.
The Outer Spacemen are still in their packages. My Black Series are still in their packages. The Skeleton Warrior, the new Baron Dark, he's never come out of the package. But for the most part, you know, 98% of my collection's out.
Right.
So, do you take any of your Hot Wheels out or no?
No, if I find them loose, that's a different story. I'll keep them loose. But I've been keeping mine in the package.
See, I am in between because I open like a lot of my Hot Wheels up, but some of them I do keep in package. But I also found out that when you do open them, then you have another problem: where to put them at.
Yeah, which is kind of where I was at. You know, I bought all these Hot Wheels, and I like looking at them, but at the same time, I didn't want to take them in the package because I had no place to put them.
Yeah.
And that's when I came up with the cork boards.
That's a good idea.
And I found those. It works really nice, man. Like I said, you can stack them right on top of each other, and it displays really nice. And like I keep all my Batmobiles together. I keep all my, the celebrity cars like the Snoopy car and all that shit together. I keep my Volkswagens together. You know, you can kind of separate things.
Yeah. Like, I have some of my Hot Wheels. I have to open them because when you open them, to me personally, when I open them, I get a better view of them, how they really look.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of them I just leave them in the car.
Yeah, like I said, there's some of them that I found that were loose, and I've left them loose, and that's fine. But I don't have a whole hell of a lot of them that are loose.
Plus,
Then, like I said, I'm thinking about
I mean, some
putting
I
that
opened
case.
up because the cards weren't in
Dallas
the
Mutual just
best
completed
of
a new
shape.
pitch, and now
And then some of them I've just, a lot of them I keep on my card.
yeah.
And that to me, Hot Wheels ain't about the investment because unless you've got the original issues, there's not a whole lot of money involved in
Unless
those.
you're my dad.
Well,
I mean, there are certain ones.
right. I mean, there's certain ones like the treasure hunts or the super treasure hunts, things that are pretty rare. But when you stop and think about it, they make millions of those Hot Wheels. I mean, it's not like there's low numbers of those unless there's a special type, every now and then. But for the most part, all your mainline stuff is just, there's just millions of those things. So
Yeah,
they might go up in value a little bit, but they're not going to go up a lot.
Yeah, unless you're like the last K-Days car that you had to send away for or something, that's different
Yeah.
because it's limited.
Again, my dad.
Yeah, and I gotta say that thing looks pretty freaking cool, man. That delivery panel van.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then again, I'm very selective about what Hot Wheels I get too. I don't just buy every fucking one I see.
Yeah, that's another way to get you. That cheap price do get you, and then it'll be you gotta be selective. You guys like take your time because you can find them anywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, you can find them at the dollar store now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot more selective on my purchase of Hot Wheels now. I don't buy near as many as what I used to.
Sure. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like I'm constantly taking pictures of mine so I know what I have so I don't buy doubles.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know. I mean, it's hard for those things to display. Find a place to display them, and I mean, what are you going to do? Just buy them all and just let them sit in totes? I mean,
Well, and I think that's where Optimus B made a really good choice when he decided to help that guy out and trade his Hot Wheels for those Hot Toys.
right?
That they were just sitting in totes and nobody was enjoying them.
True.
Which is that's another thing that goes along with our trading. We're trading stuff to people we know it's going to a good home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes our community so awesome, I think.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like the Island of Misfit Toys. Everybody's got that island.
Yeah.
All the shit was Brian. I knew that it was going to a better home than here, because here it was just stored away.
Yeah.
So that's why I sent it to him.
Yeah, and I can proudly say everything got displayed that day. I didn't let it sit around in the box.
Larry, you send him shit next.
I wanted to get a forklift to get that box.
Forklift? I'm going to need a motherfucking ball.
It kills me because I was telling these guys the other day, I know there's stuff in that box that's probably been there, damn near a year, and I can't even remember all of it. So it's like a big box of surprise to me.
Those are the best kind.
Oh yeah.
I remembered some of the stuff earlier this year that I was getting from Larry, and I was just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Original Skeletor, Battle Armor Skeletor, and Triclops, because mine's arm's fucked up. I forgot all about those.
Yeah.
The last five, and oh my god. He sent me my box, and I started opening it up, and I was like, well, shit, I don't remember half of this.
Yeah.
I remember you uploaded that one twice, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think we're all getting to the point with our collections. We're all managing our collections better now, and
Yeah. Gotta be selective. You just can't.
Trying to.
yeah, Count really got me in the mood to get my room straightened up and get everything displayed. And,
Hell, I was doing this shit way before he was.
yeah, but yours isn't as prominent in your videos and stuff like his is. You see it every week, almost every video he does. It's like, fuck, I know my shit if I just take the time.
Yeah. But like I said, you gotta be selective. If you're not selective, then you're on the borderline of becoming a hoarder.
Yeah. Like I was telling Larry the other day, I was to the point, it had been about a year and a half since I'd done anything down here, and I had this pile of boxes where I'd opened shit that was probably 4 foot tall, 4 foot long, and 3 foot wide of just empty boxes. And then I had all these boxes and bins full of shit that I just hadn't taken the time to put away. And hell, just this summer I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelving units.
Yeah.
Damn, your toy room must be bigger than mine, man.
Man, that's the way it is in my room. I got 2 more shelves and added to the room. I mean, there's not 1 inch of wall space that's not used, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Sean and them yesterday, we went to a friend's house Saturday, and she had a corner TV stand that she was getting rid of. And I've got my old corner computer stand in here that I think I'm going to take out of here because I don't even use that computer anymore.
Right.
And I'm going to set that stand in here just so I have more room to put shit away.
Yeah.
So I got to get myself another stand. I had this complex. I don't like mixing my figures. I can't have
You can't have Marvel and DC on the same shelf.
I can't. It's a my room.
For the longest time, I had my Marvel Legends and DC Classics on the same shelf because that's just it. That was the only shelf I had to put them in. At the time, I didn't have a lot. Then I got a lot, so I had to move them. I mean, I'm telling you, I fit all the way. Last year, I got all of wave 15, not 15, 14, I believe, the Validus wave. And that wasn't a tiny figure. I fit all my DC waves and then the 2 Marvel waves I had at the time in there. I think probably a couple of the Infinite series because I had 2 of those at least by that point. Yeah, I fit all that crap on that one shelf, and now that shelf is dominated by Kiss, Motorhead, random crap. So it all got moved. Now they
Yeah, and
have the shelves.
the trend with me is, most of my Marvel stuff is 3 3/4 figures.
Or less. Little frost giant.
Because I can fit, you can fit so much more. Well, the Frost Giant is down with the Imaginext stuff, so I keep that shit separated. But and then my DC, I tend to buy more 6-inch figures.
I might have to scale down my damn my Imaginext stuff because I'm running out of room for that.
Huh. I'm gonna say all of us. I think you find the most of it at the.
I find a lot at Target, but I do find a lot at yard sales and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
gonna say Solomon Grundy needs a new home. You know where to send it.
I'm getting rid of that.
How big is I want to know how big is he compared to the Clayface.
What I'm going to do is pull all my doubles out and then see if anybody needs any of them.
Oh boy, another field day. Let's hope Google don't fuck up again. We can't freaking tell who said what first. That was a nightmare.
Well,
Yeah, hold that for me.
when I started down the Imaginext road, it was just the blind bags.
Yeah, that was the same to me.
More and more I started looking at the DC stuff, I was like, oh shit, I really need to have some of that. So I started looking it up. Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, I picked up, some oddball stuff. It's mainly some of the older stuff when I find it every once in a while. Like, I got them couple aliens, the Frost Giant, I got that Barbarian dude.
Yeah, the big dude there.
Space Monkey.
You got the little tiki skeleton guy with the grass skirt. I remember I had him when I was a kid. And I still actually have that one. Came with a crazy orange tiki mask.
Well, mine didn't have the mask.
He came with that, a black sword, and a black lantern. I remember that much. He came with a giant island, too. That thing was huge. It had a volcano. Had a giant skull face on it, had a giant skeleton hand, a rib cage, a volcano, a little boat.
Now, I'll say that's one thing I ran into at the Route 40 yard sale was I ran into a lot of the old play sets.
Yeah.
But I knew I didn't have a place to put it. I knew it cost a fortune to ship, so I just kind of left them lay.
Yeah. Well, I've run across a lot of the play sets too at yard sales and stuff, but most of the time they're all missing pieces and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to fool with it because I don't have any room for all those things.
Yeah. That's another one of those things that they made a really nice play set. You'd pick it up, but
These are
I'm
both
alive.
on Netflix.
For what?
American Horror Story.
What is
Just
it?
put it
I've never seen. Well, I haven't seen all of it. I got 4 or 5 episodes to go. Good. And that's something else we've done this last couple years is everybody's picked up on the Hot Wheels and the Imaginext.
I picked off the freaking off.
I'm just glad I can point fingers though.
Yep, it's Ivan's all into Imaginext.
Yeah, he's the one that got me into Imaginext when we opened up that first fucking blind bag. And there was the luchador wrestler because I love lucha wrestling.
Yeah.
I could give 2 shits about WWE. I like the old WWF, but the new WWE, I don't watch any of it. But you get me a fucking 6-hour marathon of luchador wrestling, oh yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Because those guys are acrobats, man. They're something else to watch.
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, like me and Larry were talking last night. We're looking more at vintage shit now.
Yeah.
The telephone. The telephone.
It's Mo. I see it up there.
Oh, he's carrying.
And then we got companies that are pulling shit like Hot Wheels with their Halloween edition set, which sucked this year.
I don't want none of those. You can keep those cars.
Yeah, it's like they were just, it was just paint jobs. You didn't get any horror cars or anything. I think it would have been nice if they would have done stuff like the Munsters car and, since they are fun and stuff.
They've always been paints, but a lot of the times they throw more than just one scary looking car. I mean, the Screamliner's perfect, but the other ones, it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if Rigger Motor, the Bone Shaker, the freaking Skull Crusher, or,
Yeah, but and every year there should be that one car like the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. Maybe this year it should have been.
That was good because they did like a great paint job on it, that you don't normally see. Without the flames and stuff, it was really cool looking.
And then maybe this year done the Munsters car, or next year, whatever.
Make the Munsters car first.
Well, that gives them reason to do it.
I don't know. I don't think there has been a first release as a Halloween car. Maybe I'm wrong, but my dad would have told me that probably 20 times by now. He's got the goddamn Hot Wheels Bible. That's how I was able to show you the cars I want. I'm after. Because I have 4 of the 5 cars of each of the sets. That stupid coupe, I found it on eBay last night. $7 loose, open and bid. I'm like, hell no! That's without shipping. I'm like, man, does that come with a lap dance or a strip tease or something? That's ridiculous. But the other 4 cars, like, what the hell? Maybe a Marvel Legends Series 7 Ghost Rider? I don't know. Like, I'll give you. It's like, this is $20. It's like, okay, you gonna blow me, give me a lap dance and a Ghost Rider figure on the side, or what?
I'm just like, when I go to the stores, I'm not even looking at Star Wars stuff no more because I still can't find it. But I go and check out the Turtles for that Stockman fly.
Yeah.
And
I looked for that, I didn't see it.
And then the only other place I really look at new stuff is FYE. Because they've got all the NECA shit, they got all the DC Direct stuff.
FYE.
We got some of the new stuff on Hasbro.com, the Hasbro toys on eBay.
Out of nowhere!
That was a 10 minutes.
I gotta ask you, Volcanic, I started this off with a question. Was there ever a toy you wanted really bad, but your mom and dad were like, no, you can't have that, and then you weaseled your way into getting it somehow from and then got in trouble for it?
Not that I can think of, I either got it or I didn't get it.
I guess Turner was the only one who got his ass beat for wanting D&D shit. And
I want Dungeons and Dragons figures, and that was during the big hoopla over Dungeons and Dragons being satanic and shit. And my mom was like, you can't have them, and then I traded a friend for some, and then she found them, and she burned them and beat my ass.
You ever see that movie about Dungeons and Dragons with Tom Hanks?
Yeah. There's also called Dungeons and Mazes or something like that. The true story about those kids that that one kid playing D&D in the sewers. Monsters and Mazes, that's the name of it. The thing that really got me going about it was like I wasn't allowed to have that stuff, but I could have Black Star, I could have He-Man, Tri-Star, whatever it was.
600 plus.
Okay. Well, at least they're not five. I believe me that.
Black Star had diamonds in it. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just D&D. Just they all look satanic. A lot of them were gay looking.
Yeah, well, all of them, but just these two games, that one tonight and one tomorrow night.
I don't understand.
Yeah, we were just talking about managing our collections too, Volcanic. So you'll get a taste of that once you get your room done.
All I know is that any spawn shit he finds, I know where it'll be.
Yeah, they'll tell you as soon as you drive there, you can have it.
Ew. Jackwag. I'll cruise over there in Bumblebee, because that's the only way I'm fucking driving.
Well, he's driving for
I'll
you.
find him, because he's everywhere. Shit.
You think it's just a kick car, you'd be alright.
Someone I was working with at FYE said I could get a moped, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Moped?
A moped. Yeah, you could.
You didn't realize that you were legally blind.
How about no pay?
Yeah, well, I could. I'm just guessing that I would drive better than a drunk person. Or someone on the phone. So, and a moped's small, so if I go veering, it wouldn't matter that much.
I think it's funny. My mother-in-law's had cataracts moved on both of her eyes here in the last 2 months. And got to wait for her second eye to heal, and then told her she'd just have to have reading glasses now. And I'm like, my wife called her last night while I was over there, and as she was asking how she's doing, Mom said, well, I'm doing great. I see better with my glasses off than I do on. And my wife was like, what? And I said, yeah, so take a ride in the van. Scare the hell out of you.
What the fuck?
Because the glasses were messing with her eyes.
But freaking, yeah, I was like, if I want to ride something that's going to be Ghost Rider's motorcycle, because the freaking mopeds are so lame.
No, you get the moped, and you get the Revenge of the Nerds hat with a big light on top of it.
Yeah.
I've really been thinking about buying one for summer to get to work. Oh, they've got them. They're just shy of being a motorcycle now. They'll do 65 mile an hour. Do you find yourself being any more selective now, Volcanic? Or, I mean, I know you're really hitting the power of the Force Awakens stuff pretty hard, but I mean, as far as your other parts of your collection.
Well, I kind of consider myself selective that I don't, I would love to buy G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man and, all that other stuff, but I just stick with the Star Wars and I just try to collect all of just the figures, the play sets, and the vehicles.
Yeah.
But I'm a completist, I like to complete thing, so it's like a thorn. Even if it's a figure I don't like, it's just like a thorn in my side if I don't get it and have it, complete it.
So that's why you.
If I was a completist, my wife would shoot me.
I was just saying, Volcano, I guess that's why you've narrowed your focus to just the Star Wars, because you like to be a completist.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to afford G.I. Joe and all that other stuff,
I'm kind of the same way, because if I get a Marvel Legends wave, I kind of want the whole fucking thing. Because you need the whole damn thing.
Well, too, like for me and Larry, and I think Hubby kind of does it too. There might be a line of toys and we only like 3 or 4 figures out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if they made a Build-A-Figure that was beyond shitty, like Piso Crap Deluxe, I would debate getting the whole wave, but if the whole wave was good figures and the Build-A-Figure shitty, it's just like, god damn it. That's usually the problem you run into. The whole wave's good and the Build-A-Figure shitty, or the Build-A-Figure really, really kick-ass, and some of the wave is good, some of the wave is bad. That's just how it is. Like the Rhino wave, a lot of that was good, but White Tiger broke on my ass, and Knight is fucking wonky eyes. Everyone else is pretty on right in the wave.
That's weird.
Larry, you're kind of like me. You got a lot of stuff where you just have 4 or 5 figures out of a line.
Yeah, I'm not a completist, so I just collect what I like. So that's
Imagine
not
what
a
a
big
collection
issue.
would look like.
Do I now?
Yeah. Could you imagine what the hell our Turtles collections would look like if you were a completist?
I'd be broke.
Hey, honest to God, I have my nephew's son. My cousin's son has everything.
Wow.
From the first Turtles until the new ones just come out. He has everything.
Dang.
I love the hunt.
I remember hunting for that Scratch and the Dalmatian dog, and we found them. And at the time, there was 6, 8, 10 of them on the peg. I could have bought a whole shitload of them, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But he has it all. And they bought a house last year, and I've been working with him about his display.
Right.
And when he gets it done, I'm going to go in and do a video shoot of it. Because, he's got the Turtle blimp. He's got every fucking thing.
So is he another person who just narrowed his collection just to the Turtles, or what?
Justin was... he's just a Turtle fanatic, man. That's all he collects. He never really got into anything else.
Gotcha.
He was just growing up, really getting into the action figures and stuff at the time Turtles come out, man, and he was just enamored with them.
Right.
And at that time, if you think about it, there wasn't a whole lot out to compete with the Turtles.
Yeah.
Because the stuff from the 80s I grew up with was kind of dying off. And the cartoons that were there in their place weren't nothing like He-Man and G.I. Joe and all that stuff.
Okay.
Turtles were kind of on their own wavelength at the time.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm so diverse. Because I grew up with all those different shows and the stuff I've seen since then that I like,
What was it? Or Puff and Stuff or something like that.
HR Puffin Stuff.
Well, I watched HR Puff and Stuff. I don't have any want to buy any of the figures that were made for that line, but but I mean, and I think it's funny that at my age I have a lot of 90s shit.
Yeah.
And it's just because my little brother was growing up in the 90s and I watched all this stuff with him because I still loved cartoons.
The thing with me is I have a lot of 90s shit, but freaking when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Batman animated series. I remember watching Animaniacs when I was little, and Gargoyles to boot. And then Mummy's Alive. I remember we got the VHS, the first 4 episodes from Hollywood Video. And I was like, wow, this show kicks ass. And when I found out they made toys for it, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then some stuff I found just randomly. I remember I looked up Skeleton Warrior or something on Google Images or like Google search. I found this place, Zeus.com, and they advertised the Skeleton Warrior figures. I was like, wait, what? There's like Skeleton Warrior action figures, and I looked, I'm like, holy shit, that guy's got 6 arms. Holy shit, that one's got tits. Oh my god, these are freaking cool. And then there was, the Spawn stuff came a little bit after that, because I remember hearing about it. I watched the movie. I went into a store, saw a lot of the stuff that was out. I looked up all the other stuff. I'm like, wow, this is cool too. I'll get into this. And that dominates almost half my fucking room now. But that's not the point. The point is, the 90s shit and 2000s shit is semi-related in the fact that a lot of it is really dark, and I like dark shit. That's just how I've been ever since I was a kid. So that's why it appeals to me.
I don't know, I've just always been a person that if I like the show, I'm doomed.
If I like the show.
Yeah, because I mean, even Power Rangers, I was not a big fan of the show because it was, to me, it was a generic ripoff of Voltron. But I love
Why is it still doing well? God damn it.
Well, I love the aliens, the monsters from that line. I love the Zords. So that kind of does me in, you know. I don't particularly care for the show, but there's aspects of that I like.
I have 2 Power Rangers figures. One of them is a giant skeleton guy with a top hat. The other one is an eyeball guy with a club. So that's it.
Yeah, I've got the eyeball guy. And then I've got the big blue guy. I can't remember his name. That was like one of the main guys.
Oh, the Sphinx guy?
No. The blue guy. He's like a blue troll guy, kind of guy. He was dumber than hell.
He's dumb as hell. I don't think hell is dumb. But, okay.
It just kills me because, you know, and just like I talked the other, you know, I said, you know, Kenner really dominated in the 80s with their toys. Then the 90s came along, and it was, you know, all about Turtles and Toxic Crusaders and Pirates of Dark Water, all made by Playmates. Playmates dominated the 90s.
Skeleton Warriors. Monster Force and Wildcats.
Jason Castro is at bat.
Savage. 90s was Playmates and McFarlane. Those are probably the big 2.
Well, McFarlane didn't come into the picture in the mid-90s.
94.
Yeah, I see you say it was the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, it was before the Power of the Force, which was 95, was Power of the Force.
94 was the first set of Spawn figures. I know
I bought all
the Warriors that year. I think they even put out Monster Force that year. I don't think Wildcats came out till 95. I think Savage Dragon the same. Those are the only Playmates lines I really have. Almost everything too. Oh, that's a lie. Skeleton Warriors, I have everything too.
Even this stupid little mace. Because I got another one, damn it, for $3. But it came with the figure and everything else mint on the card, so that's not bad. But freaking, yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, Kenner was another one I thought might have been a little bit prominent because they did Batman the Animated Series. At least the early 90s, anyway. Gargoyles was kind of a black sheep line, unfortunately. They didn't even make half the damn characters. Would have been sweet if they did. In Gargoyles, you had all those side characters in Season 2, and it's like, shit! You had endless options, and what did they do? They made Goliath with this, Goliath with that, Goliath on fire, Goliath that turns into a Minotaur. Like, what the fuck? Why don't you make the actual Minotaur? There was an actual Minotaur in the show.
The only line that I can tell you that almost every character was ever made for it was Thundercats. If you watch Thundercats and you've seen a new character, a new bad guy, within a month or two, it was out on the shelves.
Like I've been told many times, I grew up in the wrong era. Ben 10 was almost like that. We got a lot of characters. We almost got all the aliens, almost got all the villains. Really, really close. You know, I bet you Thundercats might have had more characters and shit. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of the original one. But I tell you what, it had a shit ton of characters. Especially when the Ultimate Alien came around. That's when they made a whole fuck ton of new guys. I was like, oh.
Well, it was every weekend.
Ben 10 was usually every weekend too, every Friday night or Saturday morning. They moved it to Friday night, thank God, because I don't get up on Saturday morning. Never had, but they would always have new Ben 10, new Generator X, new Secret Saturdays. That was my Friday night, was watching those shows. And Clone Wars. Oh, sometimes if it was a boring episode, I listened to music, but that's not the point. The point is, they had a kick-ass action block, and it went until, I believe, 10 or 11 o'clock. Now Cartoon Network ends at 8. What the fuck happened there?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to see any more of Uncle Grandpa and Adventure Time than I have to, but shit, it's a freaking... It's Cartoon Network, not Adult Swim. I bet you Adult Swim's on almost as much as Cartoon Network now. That shit didn't used to start until 11. I remember when it didn't start until 11, and then it went to 10 o'clock, and I was like, oh, what the heck? Then it went to 9 o'clock. I was like, oh, man. Then it went to 8. I was like, 8? That's early as shit.
Well, I think we've done enough damage for this week.
Alright.
Plug your channels, Larry. Go ahead and start it off. And
My channel's Dismania65. I like Disney, toys from the 70s and 80s, and like to go to yard sales, garage sales, and pick up what I can find. That's it.
all right, Overcommode, hit it.
Overcommode. I should type that in and see if I get a fucking spell check. Lord Toy Reviews. Name says it all. I do toy reviews of 90s, 2000s, 2000 teens, I guess. That's what you'd call this era now. So new shit, old shit, modern shit, any kind of shit, except the one that comes out your bunghole. So check me out.
John Henry, let him have it.
The Holly Man, I do the Black Hill stuff, I do figure reviews, and you can also check me out on Instagram.
Volcanic.
It's Volcanic's Playground. All things Star Wars. I'll post it up. Mostly modern and vintage figures.
All right, let's not forget Optimus B and Count Stankus, Ivan Ruiz, MG Villain, T-Biz, Vampire,
Carlos.
Carlos Sutton's Toy Finds, and I am at YouTube.com/ToyNuts941. I'm all about toys and everything retro. And until next week, you never know what you're going to find or where you're going to find it. Happy collecting.